Welcome back to another episode of the OKC Foodcast, your guide into food in Oklahoma. That works? All right, cool. I try like different intros from time to time.
That one worked. That one worked.
And
That's one of your hosts.
I'm one of your hosts, yes.
That's Nabil. I'm Ashley.
And we are joined once again with a special guest, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great episode.
It is. Chris Cox with the House OKC, also with Oh Baby.
I think we'd spend the whole episode talking about everything that you do.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
This episode is basically everything OKC with Chris Cox.
I like it. There we go.
Yeah, but before we can jump into all of that stuff, we have to talk about our favorite thing we ate this week.
Yeah.
Who's going to lead us off?
Do you want to go first, Chris?
All right, I can go. Mine's, that's going to sound like a sales pitch, but I was at the Collective this Sunday, and I can't not
imagine
eat
that.
at Oh Baby.
Right.
I had the sausage, egg, and cheese, and it is delicious, and I added it at about 4 p.m. Sounds like a breakfast dish, but you can eat breakfast whenever you want.
I agree.
I will say
It's
it
called
paired
brunch.
really well with a jackfruit taco from the fried taco.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The jackfruit taco is
It's so
pretty good.
Yeah. There's a lot of places in OKC that have jackfruit on the menu. I'm
That's
a sucker for it.
true.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds delicious.
A place is good if you've probably eaten there like 100 times.
Yeah.
And you still
you
want to
keep
eat
going
it,
back.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a testament to it.
Absolutely, for sure. All right. Well, my eat of the week is another homemade dish, dinner. My friend and I, we were kind of going with a Halloween theme dinner. I say Halloween, it's more like just orange and black and spooky colors and stuff, you know?
Almost OSU colors.
I guess we were going for Halloween, not OSU. Okay, no offense. Are you an OSU fan?
No.
Okay, am I offending you right now?
I'm neutral. I have no affiliation.
All right. So the first thing we did was a squid ink pasta. So that's your black pasta with octopus. And I have to post this picture. It looks so cool. We have like the legs coming out of the pasta.
Nice.
And then we did like some tomatoes, garlic, just a really light olive oil kind of sauce. And then we made a homemade pizza using the dough from Trader Joe's that we were told about.
Yeah.
The dollar dough. Great dough.
Dollar dough. Is that what it's called?
I hope so.
I don't know if that's what
Like
they
their
call it. They
$2 chucks?
should.
Yeah.
But it's great pizza dough and very inexpensive, very fresh. So we made our own tomato sauce using, I don't know what the official name of these tomatoes are, but the little orange ones. There's the yellow ones, the cherry ones, and the orange ones. Okay, well, they're
Orange tomatoes.
They're little orange tomatoes. So we did a homemade tomato sauce that was the little orange tomatoes and habanero peppers, garlic, and then topped it with black garlic. Have you ever had black garlic? It's like you can buy it. It's like, I want to say fermented, but it's not fermented. It tastes roasted, but it's this long process they do. It's the entire clove, and then each piece is literally black, and it tastes delicious.
Interesting.
So, topped with fresh mozzarella, the black garlic, red onion, and basil.
Might have to try that. Black
Yeah.
garlic. I like kind of treated garlic, right? If it's roasted or poached or whatever it is.
That's a picture
I
of
think.
the black garlic.
Ooh, that picture looks good.
Ooh.
It's black.
Vibrant. Yeah.
It's
Wait,
black
so-
and orange.
wait, so-
here's
so
the
you're-
pasta.
Okay, so you went full spooky on that.
So your meal was really like, oh my gosh, that looks awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I'll post it so you guys can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, you got to check these pictures out.
Yeah. So
So head on to our Instagram, OKC Foodcast,
There
and
we
check
go.
out these crazy pictures.
yeah. So what was your eat of the week, Nabil?
Mine was something that I feel like I've talked about a couple of times already. It was cause, which is something I've promised I'm going to bring to you, but I forgot. So I apologize on air officially.
Again.
Again.
Another official apology.
Oh, no.
Great.
And so if someone doesn't know what this is, it originated as a Burmese dish, which obviously then got commingled with like Indian and Pakistani spices. But it is essentially noodles with a coconut curry and a kind of dry chicken curry. So there's still a little bit of like that sauce around the chicken, but it's not a curry. You mix that all together, and then you top it with an assortment of peppers, onions, jalapenos, cilantro if you want it. And
What?
you don't like cilantro either?
I don't need it.
Oh.
High five.
Oh.
That's like the one thing I don't eat.
All right.
And people put it on
It's
everything
everywhere.
now.
Well, that's what I said if you want it.
I do like that with this dish, you top it with your own stuff.
Yeah, so it's very like individual in
Kinda
that
like
sense.
pho.
Yeah. And then you put in a healthy dose of lime.
There you
Yes.
Mix it all up, and oh my gosh,
Doesn't that
it
sound
is so
amazing?
go.
delicious.
Healthy dose of lime.
Yeah.
How much is that?
I
Like a gallon?
I like
love lime.
I like really limey things.
Oh, me too.
So it depends. Sometimes it's like a quarter of a lime, or sometimes it's closer to almost a half.
Yeah.
It just depends.
I get made
No shame.
No,
right? Lime is awesome.
It is. I get made fun of regularly though for the way I drink my beer. I like a Michelob Ultra with a salted rim and a half a lime.
Half a lime.
I don't think I've ever seen a dressed up Michelob Ultra.
She goes fancy.
You,
But I'm gonna
you
try it.
haven't drank with me. That is how I drink my beer. And you know, the bar next to my studio, Tipsy Tiki, and they see me coming in, they will have, you know, all the limes and the salt and
They bring it all out to you.
yeah,
There you go.
they're waiting for me.
That's funny. But that lime cuts through, like, I mean, everything in that dish was so rich
Just
because the
so-
coconut curry and, I mean, the noodles and the chicken. And so it just cuts through all of that. And
It just
it's
sounds
so
like
good.
it goes together so beautifully.
Very good balance of acid.
And I want to taste it so bad.
You know, most of the time people
Did you
say
a
this
good
dish is
balance of what?
acid. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, this dish is missing some acid to really make it like pop and pull together. And that's what this is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm down.
Yeah. Sounds amazing. Please bring me some.
My cooking show thing came out. Yes. Hopefully next time.
Okay.
Or if you want to come over after this, you can try it.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, now I'm off the hook. I offer. All right.
All right. So let's jump into everything OKC with Chris Cox.
Oh, gosh. Everything?
Everything. So first, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I was born and raised in Oklahoma City. I've been here my whole life. Well, I guess I was born in Stillwater, but we don't have to mention that part.
Okay.
Lived here my whole life.
Wait, so do you have an allegiance?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still neutral too.
Okay.
Lived here my whole life. Love it. I don't know why. I've traveled a lot too. So last year I spent Dia de los Muertos in Mexico City and Oaxaca, and then this year I'll be out in Vietnam and Hong Kong. Knock on wood. It's a little scary right now.
Yeah.
And then don't know where I'm going to go after that. but
Doing
I'm-
anything specific or just traveling to explore?
So when we go to
and-
Vietnam, yeah, I just try to explore. But while I'm there, take some great photos and videos.
Nice.
Try food and its like natural origin. So,
Right.
the mole, like in
Oh.
Mexico, unbeatable. Like there's nothing that compares here. Ready to try authentic pho. That's what I'm very excited
Yes.
about. So we'll definitely be going on a pho tour in Vietnam. So that would be
that'd
awesome.
Oh my
that'd be
gosh.
cool.
Yeah.
I've seen a food show and they were like on the like, little boats and getting pho from.
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my
I literally
gosh.
dream of that.
Yeah, seriously.
I've always wanted, and now that it's on the air, it's published. I've always wanted to do this in Oklahoma City. We have so many great Vietnamese restaurants, so many great pho restaurants. I think someone, maybe the House OKC, needs to do a fall pho festival. We could partner with the Asian District. It could be a whole thing.
You know, the Asian district is very active and they love doing events and
Oh,
they
yeah.
love showcasing their culture. So
I think it could happen.
Yeah.
It would be a lot of fun.
I
love
recently
that
went on
idea.
one of their district cultural
Yeah.
and food tours, and that was
Yeah.
amazing.
So actually, I'm going to Vietnam with Mike Huang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Who
he and I will
better?
be going.
Who
Yeah,
better?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So I love to travel, but every time I come back to the city, I just missed it so much. And I feel like we're in a spot where we can actually shape the growth of our city. It's a really weird time in Oklahoma City. Like, we are very much growing and evolving. And I feel like I've had an impact on that, no matter small or big.
Right.
But for example, the Asian District's a good example. I worked for Uptown 23rd District, and then when the Asian District started, I helped them set off their first festival, the Night Market Festival, and we've done it
Nice.
2 years now, and it's been a
That's
major
been
hit.
fantastic.
That's
Yes.
huge.
It's all about showcasing cultural
Right.
things and the food
Yeah.
for me,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's just
Us
been a lot
too.
of fun.
Hey, driving force, we're right
That's
there
what
with
I'm
you.
most
We're right
excited
there with
for.
you. Yes.
You will find me at Lee's getting that sweet, sweet coffee regularly.
gosh.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
People, I can't believe people haven't had Vietnamese coffee yet, because it's just a whole other level. It's so good.
I
Yeah.
have not.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
You
You
got to
gotta
fix
do
that.
it.
What?
Yeah.
But bringing it back in, I'm kind of an odd character. There's some weird photos of me on Instagram. They're all safe for work, but a lot of fun. And I just love being creative and doing wild things and trying to just break that norm a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma City is the perfect place to do that.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Nice.
It's the city's expanding so much.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's one thing that Nabil and I talk about is when people say there's nothing to do in OKC.
Oh,
And we're
gosh.
like, what?
That was one of our
they're not looking
motivations
very
for starting this.
yeah.
It's like
Perfect.
We
there's
would hear
tons
that
of
so
fantastic
often.
food, great people, and
Events, festivals. It's just so much.
yeah.
And we're
all the
constantly
time,
growing.
all
Yeah.
the time.
And free events and festivals.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Norman Music Fest, for example.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Like, it's
It's
just
huge.
unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as what I do for work, I'm a hospitality and beverage marketing. So somewhat is what I like to say, I think.
Okay.
But we do web design, graphic design, but mostly photo, video.
Cool.
I don't know what made
And
me
that's
land
with
on
the house
food.
OKC.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
We started out working for places like Big Truck Tacos and Belle Isle Brewery and loved it. Like, what better medium to market for than food or
Right.
beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something that you know and love, and you're gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna be so much more passionate about what you do
Exactly.
at that
I
point.
think what's most exciting is literally everyone is your audience. I mean, that makes it a little hard, but everyone eats.
Yeah.
The beer part, we can hone that
have to eat.
into a little bit of a target,
Yeah.
but food, oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah.
And there's a challenge in it too, because you're competing with just so much competition. If we were talking about local oil and gas companies, probably 6 of them competing. If we're talking food, I don't even know the number
like
of
Right.
restaurants competing.
6 in like 100 feet.
Yeah,
competing.
exactly. How many restaurants are in Uptown 23rd?
Right. Right.
And how good are all of them?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
And-
insane.
And that's the tough part, right? You can't, it's like the caliber of restaurant is just going up and up
Mm-hmm.
and up.
Yes.
And whenever we ask someone the question I'm going to ask you at the end of the episode, you're going to be like,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, I love seeing all the new places. It feels like there's a new one every 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And they're all so different. The Collective and the Parlor are both great examples. They're both very newly open, but they combined 18 restaurants, I feel like. That
Yeah, I
number
think
could
it's
be a
pretty
little off,
close
but
to
it's
that.
a lot. And those are all unique
Right.
concepts.
And it was like you were saying, very close to each other that they
Yeah.
opened.
It's just, we're definitely in a food renaissance as far
We
as
are.
Oklahoma City
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
We definitely are. It's so exciting. So you brought up the Collective. For those that have not experienced the Collective, it's definitely something you should check out. It's one of those places that you can go with a group of people and everybody can find something that they're going to
Yes.
love eating. So
Yeah.
it's a newly opened, I guess you'd call it a food hall. It's on Northwest 10th and North Harvey in the heart of Midtown. And the Collective has 11 kitchens and a 40-foot bar, including 32 rotational beers on tap. And also residing inside the Collective is Oh Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. So tell us about Oh Baby, your background, the journey of opening it, and, what is a Dutch baby?
Okay. Well, I
So-
can't tell this story without telling you how we found Spencer, the main chef at Oh
Okay.
Baby. So Sean, Kevin, and I went to OCU together. We did our capstone together. We did a lot together. Ended up living with Sean for a little while, and then his dad lived downstairs. and he would cook for us every now and again. But I remember one night very specifically, about 11, he was going to make us pasta. About 11 p.m. he decided, you know what, the noodles, he was trying to make a special new type of noodle for him.
I was making
Homemade.
His own
Scratch?
noodles
Okay,
from
all right.
scratch. Yeah, I'm doing all these
Wow.
hand motions, but
Yeah.
they won't be able to see that part. But I can't even remember the noodle, but it was like a very specific one that I've never even heard of before, and I obviously don't remember what it was
Yeah.
because I know my noodles. But he just couldn't get it right. He's like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's about 11 p.m. I'm like, I have to go to bed. I have school the next day or work. I can't remember what. Go upstairs at about 1 a.m. though. Sean, Chris. I don't want to yell on the mic, but man, I was like, there's a fire, right? So I'm running downstairs in my pajamas. He's like, I got him. We're ready. You guys got to try this.
He was
It
up all night making noodles.
Every single cabinet in the kitchen was open. His noodle dryer was fully full of noodles,
It's like the
and there
mad
was noodles
scientist.
hanging everywhere.
Oh my
And he's like, I
God.
finally got it. I tried it. It was just the noodles and a little bit of oil. And I don't know why, but like it just, my mouth just felt like it melted. It was so good. And if you ask all my friends, that's not even the best thing he makes. The grilled cheese sandwiches he makes are unreal. So when
big
I tell
fan of
people
grilled
about Spence,
cheese.
I'm like, if you can make a grilled cheese sandwich that people talk about, you can make anything that
Right.
people talk
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Because grilled cheese is butter, bread, cheese.
Right.
I don't even know how he does it. It's so good.
Get the recipe.
So that's the backstory there. We've been friends for a long time. Spence has always wanted to do his own thing, and we've always kind of looked for a place for that to happen. And then this opportunity popped up with the collective. They were having auditions. So we were like, let's put together a team and let's compete. So we
Yeah.
competed against, I think they had 120 plus entries. I'm not sure how many actually made the second round, but we made it to second round. Just killed it, felt real good, a little nervous. They didn't call us back for a little while. And they said, hey, you got it. And the reason we picked Dutch Babies is actually Spence's choice. So when he was at the Venetian, he said the most memorable meal he's ever had was a Dutch baby. And he said he ordered it. It came out in this giant cast iron skillet and just a beautiful thing. And we were thinking, no one in Oklahoma knows what that is.
Right.
Yeah.
I had no idea until we made one. And then we try it, and it's gosh darn delicious.
Yeah.
And we just tried a traditional Dutch baby. So now I'm going to explain what a Dutch baby is.
All right.
In layman's terms, it's kind of a crossover of a pancake and a crepe in a bread type bowl, and you throw it in this cast iron skillet. The sides raise up and create a dish almost. It's a little bit sweet, like a crepe, but it's still fluffier like a pancake. And a traditional one would just be lemon juice, powdered sugar, maybe a mint leaf. Call it good. Maybe blueberries.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to Oklahoma, we like to spice
Oh,
things
you,
up.
Right.
you gotta load it up.
So we've got our regular Dutch baby, but we've also got a barbecue baby that's got pulled pork, mango chutney, fried onions, and a candied bacon on the top. Which people literally ask, can they just buy the candied bacon? The answer is going to be yes soon. The bacon is
You've
so
gotten
good.
that question enough.
Yeah.
Like, yep, we need to do that.
And then, I mean, really, we've taken like a Dutch German dish and Americanized it a little bit. And now this is like our version of a taco, for example, because we can throw whatever we want in that thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's going to be good. I mean,
Yeah.
just a plain Dutch baby is so good
Yeah.
that when we start adding all this other stuff, people lose their minds.
I love how there's savory options and sweet options.
Yes. Super important to remember the sweet ones.
Yeah.
It's perfect for sharing. The savory, I don't like to share those because I'm hungry.
Right?
And,
Good point.
And I love the fact that food is such a blank canvas,
Mm-hmm.
and people like you, Steve, everyone, and all over Oklahoma, they're taking like advantage of that creative liberty.
Absolutely.
And they're doing what they want to do with food, which is awesome.
yeah.
It makes life a lot more enjoyable for people like us.
The one thing I've noticed just living here my whole life is when I was growing up, it was all about fast food and chains.
Yeah.
That's Oklahoma City in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Now we've got just from scratch kitchens. And the cool thing about the collective, I'm going to brag on everyone real quick, is the main chef or owner is usually there in the kitchen making your food. So most of the time, Spence is going to be making your meal, or Michelle at Okie Pokey, or Theo at Theo's Donuts.
Yeah.
Like it's the
I love
owners and the
that.
chefs.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
awesome.
that's super unique. And
Yeah.
I do
that's,
too.
that's just something Oklahoma City's turned into. That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
No more Chili's or Olive Garden. They have their place,
They
but
have their place, but this is so much more exciting.
yeah.
Yes.
And like Spence loves to talk to all the guests. So if
Yeah.
you see him,
Okay.
give him a high five.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to go. So confession, I haven't tried it yet, but I'll be making it out there pretty soon.
You
Yeah.
won't regret it.
Yeah.
So the name is actually based on what people typically say after their first bite. So if you don't say "oh baby," you get your money back. No promises on that. That's
All right,
just
I'm gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna tell Spencer. Be like,
oh jeez.
Oh,
Chris said.
Can we edit this?
Where's the disclaimer at?
That's funny.
So you mentioned a lot of different types of Dutch babies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a lot of children.
Yeah.
Which one is the most popular one?
The most popular is the shakshuka, and then the most popular dessert is probably the bananas Foster. But
Okay.
if I look at sales, it's probably apple pie.
Okay, so you want it to be the bananas Foster.
I want it to be the bananas Foster. The bananas Foster is so good. I mean, but banana's one of my favorite fruits. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's a biased opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
They're pretty close though.
Yeah.
We do seasonal ones too. So
Okay.
here's a little
Ooh.
sneak peek. I'm really pushing for a s'mores Dutch baby.
Yeah.
S'mores is my favorite dessert.
Yeah, I think
It
that'd
would be so
awesome.
good in a
Yeah.
Dutch
Yeah.
baby. For sure.
Yeah.
Do y'all regularly have seasonal special
We do.
ones?
So right now, go figure, it's a pumpkin baby.
I thought it might be.
You know what's crazy? Like, I'm not behind the pumpkin trend, but it's a trend, so we're gonna jump
yeah,
on it.
you have to do
Right,
it.
of
You have to do
course.
It's
it.
pretty good.
You have to
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, I'm
Is
not
there
opposed
any cream
to
cheese frosting anywhere on that
it.
baby?
On that baby.
There's not. We do make our own whipped cream, and it's
Okay.
really
Yeah,
good.
there you go. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
that'd be good.
We do have a salmon lox if you want some cream cheese.
Ooh,
at
I
that.
love salmon locks.
Yeah.
So go back to that first one you mentioned, shashuka.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What?
Yeah, tell
What
us
is
about
that
that one.
Dutch baby about?
So I think the reason it's so popular is it's got a little spice on the back of it, but it's almost a curry-based one. It's got a lot of tomato and peppers, like we were talking about earlier. But
Everything that makes everything nice.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, and it's got an egg of your choice. I recommend poached.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It just goes so well together. It's also our messiest Dutch baby to eat.
Oh, I imagine. 'Cause
it's just-
very saucy.
That means it's- That means it's the
very
most
saucy.
delicious.
That's why probably it is
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the hard ones to share too, based on
Right.
the messiness of the Dutch baby.
What are some other savory ones?
So my personal favorite's the barbecue. I mentioned that.
Uh-huh.
Salmon lox, the shakshuka, and the sausage, egg, and cheese are the four we're
Okay.
working with right now.
Nice.
Nice.
Our menu's going to be changing a lot real soon. We'll keep the staples though, of course, but
Right.
the seasonals are going to keep coming, and then we'll just keep adding people's favorites to our menu and just
nice.
make it.
I like that.
As many as
I
we
mean,
need.
you can make it whatever you want it to
Exactly,
be. Like
yeah.
whatever
Can
works
you build
for
your
everyone.
own Dutch baby?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the space we're given, that would be a little bit hard.
That'd be tough,
So
yeah.
our shared cooling area is not. We can't have too many things
Oh, okay.
on
Right.
hand. So we do have to kind of limit the menu, but that's a good thing because you get a Dutch baby, maybe two, and then you can go get a fried taco, and then you can
Yeah.
go grab something at the barbecue place. Like there's
Right.
there's all kinds of options for just mixing and matching.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, personally, I'm a fan of the limited menu.
Yeah.
One, because it lets the people making the food focus in and really
Exactly.
like,
Yes,
dial in on that
exactly.
food. But two, also, it leaves me less confused on what to order.
Yeah.
Right.
There's just something about too many things. I get
Yes.
so
Yeah.
lost at Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my god, I was going to mention that. Or even,
It's a novel.
Even BJ's.
Yep.
Like their menu is huge, and I'll keep flipping through the pages, and I'm just like, I don't even know.
And
do
then
I
you
want
start
pizza?
over.
Do I want burger?
Yeah.
Do I want a
Yeah.
sandwich? Do I want soup? There's too many
Yeah.
options.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with the smaller menu, so you can really focus on your ingredients and keeping the consistency very high. And
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, and our menu is as small as it is because we actually did a lot of testing. We had some Google Sheets going and some surveys and all kinds of stuff. That
Nice.
was probably the most fun part for me is all the test kitchens.
Yeah.
nice.
And that's why we got all these kind of back burner ideas that are going to pop up eventually that were pretty popular but just didn't quite make the final cut.
Yeah.
Right.
I know there's going to be a margarita pizza baby soon.
Ooh, I bet that would be
Interesting.
good.
Yeah.
I like
It'll
that
be kind
idea.
of it'll
kinda
be
like a-
interesting because it's going to be sweet and salty because the baby base is very sweet,
Yeah.
but margarita pizza is so
It kind of sounds like it's
salty.
going to be like a cross between a Chicago style pizza.
It will be.
almost,
It'll
right?
be
Yeah.
kind of deep dished out. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'll be there for that too.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want to test it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely have a test kitchen event. That'd be a lot of fun.
That would be. That would be
Oh,
a
that
lot
would be
of
a lot of fun. Yeah.
So besides Oh Baby, so you're very active around OKC, and like you mentioned, your Instagram and fun photo shoots. You like to kind of show off the cool things and places around OKC. And with the house OKC, you have a segment called Let's Eat.
I do.
Yeah. So tell us about some of the more recent, exciting, or delicious places you've been to.
Sure.
And your motivation for that.
Yeah.
My motivation for that. Awesome. Well, we just did an episode at Frida Southwest.
Oh, that place is so good.
It is good. So here's what's wild. I got a salad and it was so good.
Yeah. What
Very
salad?
rarely am I blown away by a salad. The wedge salad.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, right? I feel like a crazy person right now. So I
Is
have
this guy qualified to be on here?
he ordered a wedge
The
salad.
wedge salad?
So let me back it up a little bit. So Let's Eat is now partnered up with a whole new segment called Let's Meet. So like the way Let's Eat kind of started, I just wanted to meet new people, and I knew what people I wanted to meet, and they're all food people because
Yeah.
those are my favorite artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I tagged on the Let's Meet because I want to meet creators and people outside of that food realm a little
yeah.
bit. So the guest for that one was Samantha Radcliffe. She owns Lady Starluck, and her husband owns a barbershop, and they're just kick-ass people.
Cool.
But she literally recommended the wedge salad, and I was like, okay, if you're
Gotta
going to
try it.
recommend it,
Gotta
I'm
try
going
it.
to try it. You're the guest.
Yeah.
Blown away. So good.
I'm
Nice.
getting on Yelp right now to find this wedge salad.
Yes, there you go. But some of my favorite places we've tried is just some of the staples of OKC. So Picasso, one of the best restaurants in Oklahoma City. Big Truck Tacos, of course. And Maples was a really fun one because we got in there right when they were brand new, and we were in there with their pitmaster, and he walked us
cool.
through the whole
Oh,
thing.
that's awesome.
Maples is one of the coolest, most local sourced restaurants. There's a couple things that aren't local, but they got all local welding. Their smokers local.
Oh,
Their
nice.
wood is local. Most of their meat is local. Like
That's awesome.
it's so like wild that this place can exist. And again, just got to meet some really cool people. I'm not even that wild about eating barbecue, but now I'm pretty excited about it. So
Right.
There
stuff
you
like
go.
that is a lot of fun.
I've had that spot on my list for a minute 'cause it's close to my boyfriend's house, and I've driven by it like several times, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know, I always forget it's there. I
That-
think that's
that
my
corner's
problem.
weird.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always, and whenever I see it, I was like, oh, I gotta try this place. And that always happens. Like, I'll usually end up parking there before going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it when you do try it.
So one
Yeah,
of
I've
these
seen
days
the
I'll remember
pictures,
when
and the
someone's like, hey,
pictures
what
look
do you want to
great.
eat?
Yeah.
I'll be like, Maples.
Yes, you need to. They actually just changed their menu quite a bit and added quite a few more things.
Oh, really?
Nice.
So it's definitely better for going with a group, in my opinion.
Okay.
It'll be a lot more fun. It's picnic style seating, and
I feel like most restaurants and eating experiences
you're
are
probably
better in a
right.
group.
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, 'cause
What-
then you can try lots of different
Yeah.
things.
Exactly.
Make it
That's
family
definitely my
style.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
100%. 100%. So obviously you do a lot of things, and that's one of them. But what else do you have going on? Like, what's on the
boy.
horizon? What's in the future?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're one of those people that's like,
I'm not
"Ooh,
going
I've
to
got-
sit still.
I've got
Oh,
100
man.
ideas. Which one do I try to do next?
Okay,
right?
you're perfectly describing me. So I have a couple people that work with me at the house, and they really do wrangle me pretty well. It's really important that you surround yourself by people that support you, but also kind of nudge you in the right direction.
Right.
But I do always have just so many ideas. We just launched a clothing line, so to speak. It's got like locally designed stuff, and one of the Nuevo Studio is the partner on that. And we've got an OKC shirt that's got these real cool geometric figures. So we've got one that says OKC with a little semi-rainbow. It's like super cute stuff and fun stuff.
Yeah.
And my goal with that is just kind of, one, it's an extension of the brand. It's something I've always wanted to do. And now I can wear my own clothes and look unique.
Right. I like that.
But every time we do a new line, so to speak, we're going to pick a charity, and 50% of proceeds for that specific item is going to go
that's
straight
awesome.
back to them. So we just did one with Bella SPCA. I have a big, big spot in my heart for animals and animal welfare. So it made sense to do that. I mean, my logo is a tiger. Obviously, I
Right.
love animals.
Yeah.
So I want to work with local nonprofits here in OKC. And I think that's a good way to get in that realm of things too. And like, who doesn't want free design, basically?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's at no cost to them at all, and they just have to say, "Yeah, we'll partner with you on this project."
Yes, done.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Very cool.
That's the best way to do it.
That's really cool. That's awesome. I love when you can combine your passion into giving back and just like making an impact.
Absolutely.
It's the perfect synergy. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
For sure. So anything else we want to cover on the house? OKC,
Anything we missed?
or oh baby,
Oh,
before
gosh.
we put you through the ringer,
The
on
ringer.
the kitchen sink.
I just trying to host events around Oklahoma City is kind of my new project as well. So
Yeah.
we just had a pumpkin carving contest last Friday.
I saw that.
yeah,
I saw that.
it was fun. I think I'm
Who
at that
won?
level where
Who won?
I mean, I can show you the winning pumpkin. That's
Well, okay, let's. What was
I
the
know
carving?
every single person in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what made the winner win.
Oh, she is a great carver.
Dude, she is a great carver.
Someone took their pumpkin and turned it sideways, and then they did a little face, but then the stem was the nose. I was like, I've
smart.
never seen something like that
Yeah.
before. And I did some like pre-research to see like what's some cool pumpkin ideas. Didn't even see this. So that's why they won.
Yeah, that's a great
But
idea.
it was free. And I've reached that point with the house to where I can just ask sponsors to support an
Oh,
event
that's awesome.
to make it free.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
want to do paid events. I mean, every now and then might have to do one, but my goal is going to be to have at least a monthly event hosted by the house.
Cool.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The Fall Pho Festival is going to be one of them. I don't know when.
Love
But
that
it'll
idea
happen.
so
It's going to
much.
happen.
We might have to wait till next fall because
It will be.
fall is like a 2-week window here.
It's already been
almost
over
winter.
and now it's back, but it's going to be over again soon.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's going to keep you on your toes. You're going to keep moving the date. Be like, oh, it's fall tomorrow. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Summer today, winter tomorrow.
Yeah.
I also
Fall
want to
again.
do, I know this has been done, but I want to do it on Lime scooters, but a caffeine crawl. Because there's so many great coffee
Coffee
roasters.
shops
yeah.
there are now.
Oh my gosh. And they're so easily accessible just on a little scooter.
Yeah.
Plus it's fun.
Yeah.
I have
Like-
not done one of the
Oh my gosh, the
scooters around
scooters are so
city.
much fun.
I was very nervous at first because I've only seen people wipe out.
Yeah.
But I've rode them double digit times and I've never even had a wobble.
Really?
The only thing that I've heard and what I tell people is just beware of the tracks because the wheel will get stuck in it sometimes.
Yeah.
the
I've heard
streetcar
people
tracks,
I've heard
yeah.
people get injured
man.
because the wheel got caught because if you're like aligned perfectly with it,
Right.
there's a chance it might happen. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I get nervous because in Bricktown where I work, people are just like going in the streets, like not aware of any car. Like I see
gosh.
people almost get hit on those scooters daily.
You got to be aware, right? You're in the middle of a street. People are still driving. Things
Yeah.
are still happening.
Yeah.
Don't be in your own little world because you're riding this scooter.
Yeah, I was gonna say you feel kind of invincible on them, I guess, but
You are not.
I bike a lot, so I already know kind of the rules of the road, so to
Right.
speak. But always cross perpendicular to tracks. That's a
Yes.
biking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Same with the scooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, be careful.
I
but
want
that
people to
does
be
sound
safe.
fun.
Yeah.
So we can keep having the great scooters. Don't get them taken away.
Exactly. Please. It saves me the walk.
Get them taken away. Oh, that's funny. All right. So it sounds like you got a lot of really cool stuff coming up, and I'm excited to possibly attend one of your
You
monthly
should.
events.
Yeah.
They're free.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to go try a Dutch baby.
Me
Oh,
neither.
They look so good. I was just showing pictures that one of my employees just went on Monday and got what was the most
The
popular?
shakshuka.
Shakshuka?
Shakshuka.
All right. It's fun to
It's
say.
a tongue twister. Yeah. They'll know what you order if you just go for it. They're like,
The schuster.
Shakanana.
The one with the S.
there you go.
All right, so let's do the kitchen sink questions. Are you ready?
All right. It's a Spitfire, rapid fire. Just
Yeah.
go.
Here we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm ready.
here we go. Am I going?
Start us off. Yeah. Do it.
Didn't I start off the last one? Do you enjoy cooking?
I love it.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh man, that's rough. Actually, probably either chicken fried rice or ramen.
Nice.
I make a mean ramen.
From scratch?
From
Noodles
scratch,
and everything?
Not the noodles. I do buy good noodles. I don't use the Maruchan.
Right.
That makes a difference in
Oh,
itself.
no, yeah,
just that.
100%.
But I like my stuff real spicy. When I was young,
Yeah.
I was
Is there any
My
other way?
babysitter was Thai, so like we would eat all the spicy stuff, and I'm like 6 and have no idea what's going on. Grew up and now I have like no level of spice. I have friends that like tell me mayonnaise is spicy, so
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
so if I eat something, I'm like, oh yeah, it's good, and they eat it and they start crying and sweating.
yes.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to be cognizant of like people's spice level when you're
Right.
It is.
Right.
like, I thought it was fine, but you might find it spicy.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw Oklahomans under the bus, but they like their ketchup.
Yes, they do. They absolutely
Yeah, I like
do.
ketchup. There's nothing wrong
There's
with that.
nothing wrong with ketchup. It's just kind of
It's not as
boring.
good as sriracha.
Sriracha's way better.
I mean, for fries,
I'd throw some sriracha on some fries.
I mean,
I'm not against
I
it.
would,
not
but I
against
would
it.
prefer ketchup.
You should try gochujang and fries.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit of
Gochujang
heat.
in like a lot of things.
In
is
anything,
awesome.
yeah.
You'd be like, celery? Yes.
Oh my gosh. I like that idea.
Oh, so you said chicken fried rice and ramen.
Yep.
That sounds awesome.
It's
Yeah.
great.
I'm starving right now. I really want to eat that.
I kind of want ramen.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What's the strangest thing that you've tried?
Grasshopper guacamole.
Ooh,
Yeah.
how was it?
I'm speechless.
Here's the kicker. It was really good. We talked about lime earlier. Throw some lime in grasshopper guacamole.
what?
Oh,
So
throw
good.
some, yeah.
Okay, are there like actual big grasshoppers, or is it all
Oh, yeah.
muddled in?
Or is it ground
They're
up?
ground up, pestle mortar style, but they've got some big ones in there too, just for flavor around the rim, kind of.
just for flavor?
If you want that big crunch, right? It's
Yeah.
textural.
Here's the kicker. I did really enjoy it, but I totally got a leg stuck between my teeth, and that was really gross.
Oh god.
Where did you try this?
That was in Oaxaca, so authentic grasshopper
Yeah.
guacamole. I
Wow.
don't think that's an option here in the city, but
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen this
You
anywhere.
should try to make this.
yeah, that would be great actually. I mean, we ate a lot of grasshoppers down there. It's a good tequila chaser because they're salty.
They're salty naturally.
Well,
Or they'd
They're
So-
probably,
the way
they're probably
prepared.
treated. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
not fresh grasshoppers.
The way they're prepared, yeah.
Ew, that makes me shiver.
I don't know. I might try one.
Yeah, I went with the intention. I said I will eat a bug on this trip because
there you go.
I just wanted to try a bug, and now it's opened my horizons. I'm willing to try more bugs.
See, like, okay, grasshoppers are probably not the grossest bug that you could try.
It's just the legs.
There are other grosser bugs that
Yeah.
you could try.
Like when we were talking about the pizza at the fair and they had mealworms.
I think worms gross me out more than grasshoppers. I was just thinking that. I was like, ants are fine. Oh, I wouldn't eat a spider.
as long as you can see how they
Wow.
move.
Yeah.
And I feel like an ant I could possibly do because I feel like
feel
might
like I've
have
already done
accidentally
ants.
eaten those before. They're so small.
Actually, technically, you've probably eaten a lot of mealworms in your life if you've
Ew,
had bread.
don't say that.
Yeah.
If
it's a
you count what?
If you've eaten bread, you've
Oh, yeah.
probably had a couple of
Yeah,
mealworms.
yeah. And if you've had chocolate, you've had.
Oh, I don't eat a lot of
Oh,
chocolate.
see, so you're kind of safe.
Ew, that's so gross. All
Yes.
right. Let's talk happy things. Favorite snack food?
Favorite snack food?
Grasshopper, guacamole.
Seaweed or edamame?
Ooh,
Oh,
seaweed
yeah.
is.
Seaweed's great.
Yes.
Just
It
get a
is.
little
So is
strip.
edamame.
Edam-
I like
yeah.
spicy, salty edamame.
Oh, okay. I just throw some like Himalayan pink salt on it. call it
Yeah,
There you
good.
go.
I love
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. But anywhere that has a spicy option, they're so
Spicy
good.
anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Tamashi has spicy edamame.
Oh, I totally believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always had that spice bomb too.
Yeah.
It's so,
So
good.
good. So good.
Yes, you see spice anywhere. I'm like, yes, can I get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What is. I know you do a food show, kind of, right? What is your favorite food show or movie that you've watched?
Oh man. There's a lot of movies, but they're usually dramas. For a food show, it'd probably be anything with Anthony Bourdain.
yeah.
That's kind of one of my heroes. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely someone to look up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just did it right. He did what I'm most interested in. He told the story.
Yes.
I love cooking shows. Those are great, but those are reality TV. I mean, so is Anthony Bourdain. I shouldn't have said that. But he's telling a story. I mean, it's almost scripted. And I just love the style and his perspective.
Yeah. He like
Yeah.
takes you through his journey.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
It
like
makes it
that.
very personable.
Yeah, and you learn about the culture while you're
Yes,
going through it.
exactly.
And, yeah.
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 Like that. So you travel a lot, and you have future plans of traveling.
Oh, yeah.
So either a place that you've been to or a place you really want to go. what country or region are you most drawn to their food culture?
Definitely Tokyo.
Yeah.
Food culture for sure. Ramen for sure.
Yeah.
But just I'm inspired by the little treats and candies and snacks they make and the packaging and the weird flavors. And
Yeah.
it just sounds just gorgeous. I
Have
mean,
you been there yet?
And I was
Or
going
is
to
that
say
one of
that
the
everything
places
is
to
so
go?
pretty.
everything is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
we were talking about competition for food in Oklahoma City. Japan literally has like ramen stands
Oh my gosh,
everywhere.
yes.
Yeah.
Vending machines with like fresh foods and like they're just I think that'd be really cool. I'd be so fat when I came back.
Oh, yeah.
I'd just eat everything.
Although
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have to walk most places, so
yeah,
you
yeah.
know it might
That's
help.
true. I think
might
it would kinda net
counterbalance a
out.
little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, if you've eaten a ton and you're fat, you're happy.
Exactly. I love it.
I'm in shape. Round is a shape.
I'm in shape round.
I'm gonna wear that shirt when I go to Japan.
I love it. It's so funny.
Okay, maybe the toughest question. Maybe it's easy for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite restaurant in Oklahoma?
All right. This one's gonna be a hot topic. This is easy for me. It's
Okay.
Cheevers.
Oh yeah.
I just can't. It's not even they have the best food necessarily, but there's not a single item on their whole menu that is bad.
Yeah.
The service is always great. The ambiance is wonderful. It's a cute little experience. And if we're talking Oklahoma's dish, so I like to try authentic dishes when I visit and travel. But ours is either hamburger or onion burgers or chicken fried steak. And I'm going to say chicken fried steaks, more Oklahoma
I'm
than
gonna
anything.
say chicken fried
Yeah.
steak too at
And
that
they
point. Yeah.
nail it. They make such a good chicken fried steak.
Why have I
It's-
never tried their chicken fried steak?
Oh my
haven't
goodness.
either.
I've tried like so many things from there, but never the chicken fried steak.
chicken
They
fried steak
also
is
have a
next
great
level.
brunch.
They have great everything. Yeah. I like.
My best friend just went. I guess it was last Friday, and he texted me what he got: the fresh claw meat, scallop shrimp.
See?
It was a tamale, a seafood tamale.
Oh my
with
goodness.
all that in there, crawfish, and it was in a sweet potato masa. Like
Oh my
that
gosh.
sounds amazing. I was like, I haven't been to Cheevers in I guess quite a few months. I need to go just for that tamale.
Seriously, yeah.
That sounds incredible.
Their
It
whole menu
does.
from top to bottom is just amazing. And this isn't like a scale thing that I judge places on, but if you have a special and actually try it, I feel like you're a good restaurant. So Pizzeria Gusto is another example. Their specials are so good.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of places are like, here's your specials, blah, blah, blah.
And
I'm
you're like,
cool,
all right,
next.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the places that get me excited about it, like,
Yeah.
because the chefs are working on those specials, they're not just made up.
Right.
But when it's actually sounding good and they're really trying to sell it and they're passionate about it, I'm like, this is a good restaurant.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
I
agree.
agree. Yeah.
I often will get the suggested special.
Yeah.
'Cause I always feel like the other stuff on the menu, I can always come back and get it, but I might not be able to get this special again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, cool. Well, this has all been very interesting. I've enjoyed talking with you, Chris. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, you bet.
And if you guys haven't tried out Oh Baby or been to the Collective, definitely check them out. You can follow Chris and his food and Oklahoma City adventures at
The House OKC on social media and thehouseokc.com for web stuff.
There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that,
You can follow us
yes.
on Facebook and Instagram, OKC Foodcast. Foodcast.
OKC Fooscast.com.
Whoever runs the OKC Fooscast.
We
is
do
getting
live
followers.
stream foosball tournaments
followers.
from across the globe.
Oh, man. I'd be in.
Yeah. But feel free to send us some listener feedback, or if you'd like to collaborate, hit us up on Instagram, Messenger, or you can email us at okcfoodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button so you get notified whenever we come out with a great new episode. And share this podcast with a friend who loves food as much as you do. And leave us a rating and write us a review. I know that's a lot of asks, but do it.
And thank you in advance.
Yes. Thank you.
And thank you, Chris, for being on.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to meet more people that love food.
Yeah, well, you
So are we.
definitely met too. Yeah, for sure. We can sit here and talk forever about
We
it.
probably could.
Yeah,
And we
that's
have.
what we do.
And we probably will after this is done.
So until next time, friends, eat well and be happy. Bye.